And onward to the next installment, which will be part 7 of the tale of Inari Ironbarb, the dwarf roguish Sorlock. Now, by roguish, I mean
Still alive? So
officially
that's
a
progress?
rogue and with some rogue capabilities, but not by any means an optimized rogue build. And make sure that it only sneak attacks when I tell it to. Yeah, because the sneak attack, I believe, takes up once per turn.
Moving in.
We have recruited everyone, I think. My current party is Karlak as my tankety tank, which is a barbarian. And I'm the rogue support and warlock. I will be using Hex on my warlock to get the most out of my Eldritch Blasts.
Blade at the ready.
We have Wyll, who is a pure warlock, who also uses Hex and Eldritch Blast. So not a lot of diversity, but he is a little more capable than I am. He does have Pact of the Blade, which means that he can step in and use his blade. So he can grab a blade, and he's pretty good at that. When we met him, he was doing rapier stuff mainly. I'm not sure if he should be stepping back and using Hex and so on. But anyway, he's a pure warlock.
Sharp as ever.
He's more likely to do melee than I am. I have more hit points than he does.
Wits
Shrug.
and blades, always sharp.
And the last member of our party is our dear Shadowheart, who is a cleric who will be providing us with healing support. And she has a mace and goes bonk.
What a charmer.
So we're going to leave camp.
Flowers, leaves, grass.
I was raised in the city.
Can't beat
I'm
it.
more used to feeling covered.
Our next task is to deal with these paladins or fake
Before I went
paladins.
to Avernus, I'd have agreed with you. Nothing quite like Baldur's Gate, is there? With haste.
Nothing in my recollection, anyway.
Is there anything out here of interest? Oh, just a backpack.
What's inside?
I suspect that this is actually Karlak's backpack. Poison, toxin, alchemist, fire, trap toolkit. These are good. When we were in camp, Inari probably should have grabbed all of the trap and we need to do that.
Those paladins I need to stomp are that away.
Oh, she doesn't like that. I need to switch to the old rogue. I need to get Asterion up and have him dump his rogue things.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad if you're sure. Fine.
Yeah, it's just for a few seconds, lady. I need to basically strip Asterion of his inventory because I am the rogue now.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
So, Asterion,
What now?
about that inventory you've got, I will take that. And I will take those. And I really don't ever want you in the party again, so yeah. I will take your camp supplies. I will take your padded armor, and I will take your gloves of power. I will leave you with boots. Oh, and I do need to leave you with something in the way of armor. No, you can keep your armor. I don't want to see you running around naked. On the other hand, if I have you wearing your camp clothes, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, you're basically a camp queen at this point. Okay, Asterion, we no longer need you.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? Oh, darling, it sounds...
Okay. Is there anybody else that I want to do that to?
Moving ahead.
I'm thinking the wizard. Although I just got him a conjured cat. I can't pet the cat. That sucks. See, he's the one that likes to eat magic items and staying in camp because of that. He's the one that likes to eat blood, and he's staying in camp because of that. And Lizelle, we're going to have to bring her back. I anticipate that the whole going to the Githyanki thing is going to be a required part of the main quest. But we're going to try not to do that. But until we've committed to that, we're done with it. Okay, so, bring Shadowheart back into the party and continue onward. That was kind of a last minute thing.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. All right.
But how are we doing here? We're still carrying quite a lot of inventory on Inari. Going to wear the gloves of power. There we go. Now the padded armor, does that have any benefit over... I think padded armor versus leather armor is the same thing. They're both light armor. I like the look of the padded armor better. So send to camp. Anything else we want to send to camp here? Let's see, inventory. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Those get sent to camp. That gets sent to camp. Carry the rope in case we need it. Sort by value. Sort by type. Anything else here I want to send to camp? Use stack. Use stack. Use stack. I need to give that back to her. Cool, got it. Okay, so she can put this back in the camp. Doesn't need to be carrying it. Should cough up another potion of healing for her. Let's get her 2 more. There we go. So Karlak is the tank. So Karlak should be the one carrying most of the potions. And I had a supply pack. Goes in there. Oh, spider egg sack, of course. I don't know what to do with that. Send it to the camp. Gold comes out here. I think I'm going to keep my thieves' stuff in this pouch. Make it easier to pass around, just in case I want to give it back to him. I'll just keep it in a pouch. Alchemy, camp supply, keychain, and pouch. Put my gold in my pouch too. All the gold. Anybody else have gold? Nobody else has gold. We're good. Yeah. Leave camp.
We're still going after those paladins, right? Can't leave Zariel's bruisers roaming the coast. Good news. Can't wait to see him finished.
Okay. If they're pretending to be paladins, they're either going to be a pushover with our party, or they're going to be really, really hard. I don't know which way. So, now here's where we found the dead toll collector. And there's a ladder going up here. Oh, good Lord. There's a whole bunch of stuff here which I want to loot before we get going. So, come up from the left. This, thank you, autosave. This is climbable. That puts me on the same level as the bridge. And swing around, I'll open this area out down here, and then we'll head in to confront the Paladins. Now, if I had followed the quest marker, I would have encountered the Paladins first, and it's likely we would have teamed up with the Paladins and killed her off. Which is too bad, because she's actually the tank that I wanted. And no, I didn't have foreknowledge of all of that. I just kind of got lucky. None of that looks like it's too important.
Might be useful.
This is crafty materials.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't step.
Oh, a
These
chance for us.
reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body
glad we came
starts
this way.
to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas.
Okay, we need to take these guys out. I am going to pick up a bless. 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. 10 turns. We're going to upcast so we can get the rest of the party. I hope it gives me a chance to specify the rest of the party there. I will be rolling back if this only blesses me and doesn't give me a chance to bless others.
You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. As the life fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
Okay, so before I do too much here, the question is, did that bless affect anybody else? The answer is no. So that wasted a second level spell slot because the UI was a butthead. I am going to roll it back right now before we do anything else. No, we don't want to delete the save, we want to load it. Which means that as we approach, I want to cast Bless. Because it was allowing me to use Bless, but it was casting it back to just one target. Not appropriate. Come on, guys. If you're going to let me cast Bless, you're going to let me cast Bless normally.
Another step forward.
And yeah, I will save scum when I believe that there is something malformed about the game. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. The only difference is that before we advance and encounter, do that encounter, before we get there, we are going to be casting Bless. So we see it up there. The first thing is we go to Shadow Heart, and I'm going to Bless. Okay, that gets me upcast for an additional target. So 4 targets. Boom, 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 and boom.
What to do?
So we've got 10.
Almost.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
Beast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every
Same
breath
encounter,
is
this time Bless
thick
is
with
already
blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another.
Glad I hit the same
Gnolls,
save.
vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas.
Okay, so melee attack. We have Bless. We got a -1 from strength, and we've got advantage. So let's see if we make this strength check. Oh, yes, we do.
You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. As the life fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
Okay, gnolls spawning from dying hyenas is not something I knew about. Definitely not as a player, although apparently as a character I did. So what do we have here? We have bloated hyenas. We've got 1 running around. As bloated hyenas, they do have 12 hit points, so I am going to start using my Hex and my Eldritch Blast. So we want to have Charisma. And Blast. That got me some temporary hit points. Yay. And Shadow Heart can... she's holding concentration right now, so she doesn't want you to do anything that takes concentration. All in all, I'm thinking she's going to start just throwing arrows out. She's actually more of a melee type. Is she? Is she still? So her range actually does better. She can do melee. She's got a nice AC, so she could be a frontline shield.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
This won't be quick. That hyena's run off for help.
Okay, so he's going to use his Hex. Charisma. Why don't they keep the variants in some sort of consistent order? So I need to move up,
Fleet of foot.
and then I need to hex, charisma, and Eldritch Blast. Okay. And she needs to charge on in. I don't want to go rage quite yet. Sacrifice 20 movement speed to do additional 3 seconds. I want to. Well, she needs to
high.
run up. I thought I did damage to that one. Not enough movement. Is there a charge? Guess she doesn't have a run in. So I am just going to have to take a bonus action to dash. Okay, back to my turn. Sneak attack would get me lots of damage. Eldritch Blast gets me... I thought I had my charisma being added to Eldritch Blast. Hold on. What happened to my character sheet? What's going on here? I'm supposed to have the thing that adds my charisma damage to my Eldritch Blast. Oh, good God. Oh, no. Well, let's hit it with an Eldritch Blast and see what happens. We should be getting... Okay, so Eldritch Blast, 12 force damage, which includes the +3 from charisma. Okay, so it is included, it's just not showing it. So I need to, in my head, be adding the +3. So this is 1d10 +3, which is 4 to 13, as opposed to the sneak attack range, which could have done 4 to 16. So it looks like currently, if I use sneak attack, if I can get a sneak attack, I should use it currently.
Light on my feet.
Okay, so we move up,
Need to stay focused.
and she's going to put a shot in that one. She will also move up. And we have a knoll. So, let's see. Reapply Hex. Find Charisma. And Eldritch Blast. Okay, that was not bad. That was 5 force damage, which included the 3 charisma, so I rolled like crap on the damage. But I do get the 2. So I'm rolling badly, but I'm still getting good numbers.
I'm ready.
And she could just go ahead and keep plunking. She's going to want to duck behind the tank. Reapply Hex. Charisma. And Eldritch Blast for him is nice and hot. Nice. And Karlak can drink a healing potion to get rid of that.
No time to rest.
So, loot him up. Shipment orders. Deliver the chest unopened. Let's see, find the missing shipment. NF. Why is that? Oh, Nautiloid Crash region. This is a regional quest. Okay. We decided to let Karlak join us. The Paladins will have something to say about it. So, apparently, the expected sequence is that you go find the Paladins because you will go to the marker, and I didn't go to the marker. Okay, so we need to take a long rest when opportunity strikes. I think after we do the Paladins, we're going to take a long rest anyway, so that'll be that. So, let's just start looting up from here. We've got everything from him to do now. The gate is closed. Handbill. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe, crime, poverty, taxation. Too long, the Grand Duke and his parliament of peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the Keepers of the Gate. Okay. To the goodly folk of Faerun. A circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge, sealed with the seal of the High Lore Master of the Unrolling Scroll Temple. Second Sundering, Lost Continents reappeared. Image of the strange years has begun to coalesce. No further unsolicited material on this matter be sent to our temples. We are confident that any future plane-shaping events will not be presaged in the shape of tobacco smoke or read in the droppings of the village herd. In other words, stop sending us conspiracy theories. As per my last letter.
Maybe I need more pockets.
So, Silviara Savikas, Sage of Candle Keep, having a conversation with someone. She's saying we need to study it. Explore it. Study it. You're wrong. I think that's the same, same as before. Yeah, the way gnolls happen, very new. I don't recall that from any D&D I've ever played. I hope that wasn't the crate that was supposed to be delivered.
Can't slow down.
Without opening. Okay, so we have had our battle sequence. We came out with a few hit points taken off of Karlak,
What's in here?
which we had plenty of healing potions. I'm going to look here a bit. If the name doesn't line up, it's probably not worth looting. Lessons for sensible living, cities, and how to survive them. So what we have learned from this is, first of all, Harrington is not a city person, and second of all, Baldur's Gate is outer city, inner city, and upper city. Got it. Anything else looks... There's a gate up here. I think we need to come back to that after we've dealt with the Paladins. We're getting kind of far afield here. Yeah. So let's head back the way we've already come and go take care of the Paladins. And then we can start exploring the rest of this area, depending on what quests we pick up. We still need to go deal with the gnolls and rescue the druid. Also, at this point, both of our warlocks have their hex going and ready to reapply.
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
So Buckle had leather armor on. Looks like such a nice fellow. Okay, so at this point, if these Paladins are after Karlak, she's probably not going to be one as seen. So let's ungroup so she can stay here.
Hey, good looking.
I'm going to crouch her down
Like a vandal.
and put her back here.
Turn down the fire.
And I will figure out what to do with her once I see what's going on.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more
Paladins.
interesting times.
Paladins in quotes. Thank you, autosave.
Time to press ahead.
Loot, loot, loot. I think I'm going to walk
Cut it
around
out.
outside.
It's worse than gnolls out there.
Nothing we need to worry about.
How about a dragon? Would that worry you?
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
Only thing you give a dragon is bad gas.
So Anders and Trin are close by.
That's curious.
I'm way too big.
Oh, did I take Mage Hand? I took Mage Hand.
I'm way too big.
I need to send my Mage Hand down there. What's going on here?
Venia people may.
Okay, so take control of the Mage Hand. And the mage hand could go, that's how you do it. Okay, so my mage hand has come down here. And there's all sorts of neat stuff. But I think we're going to get down here naturally. Can I unlock something? All sorts of neat stuff. There's a vaulted door and an iron gate, which can be opened. What happened? I must have gone out of range. Okay, so either I ran out of time or I ran out of range, and that's dead for the last 10 turns, and I need a short rest, so 60-foot range. Got it. Still, that's kind of cool that I could do that.
One day I'll catch a break.
Now, we don't want to delay too long. Until long, I guess that just continues. Yeah, okay, so we're not really in a hurry. But aside from the fact that I don't want to be bobbling about all day. So we have a door and a door. Let's look at the outside first. I really want all three of us together, but I don't want Karlach with us. Ah, there's a friendly face, quote unquote. So, for now...
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now.
2. Both stalwarts of Tyr, sworn to uphold justice.
The Lord of Justice sent us after a devil haunting this area. We squared off against her. We lost. Talk to Anders if you want the details. I don't have it in me to recount the horror.
Okay. Okay, so what does she have for sale? So if I sell her a whole bunch of things, and then I kill her, do I get the things back? I don't know, but let's go to normal trade, and I'm going to buy... I tend to probably long rest more often than I should. Thieves' tools are 150. I'm not flush with money. I do have some thieves' tools. I believe it only uses them if you fail a lockpick and you use the thieves' tools to try again. So for now, I will just go with what I've got. So we bought some supplies from her. Yep, we're just travelers. We're well-armed travelers. We may be able to help you out with your problem.
In Tyr's name.
Yeah, does Tyr know you're taking his name? So we got a ladder that goes up. And the ladder goes into a doorway, which goes back here. I'm thinking that that's where we'll want Karlach, coming in from the top quietly. Let's close the door.
Don't be shy. Light as air.
I'm just going to do a quick save, just in case I mess this up and push her to the wrong place. because these things happen. And don't go through the door yet. Now, she is hiding in an unobscured area. I will be caught on sight. Over here is obscured. So she's now lightly obscured, so she'll have to make a stealth check. Okay.
Still breathing, despite
Inari?
everything.
So if the young lady walks outside, we should be okay. So we've got all of this stuff. This is all blocked up against the external doors. And she said we need to talk to Anders, so if we're pretending to be taken in by there being paladins, quote unquote,
How much farther can I go?
then this is where we want to be. So far we have Cyril, who's a merchant paladin. We have Tyrion, who looks like a archer type. We have Anders, who's got all sorts of stuff, 44, 32. If it's just the three of them, this is not going to be too bad. Let's see. She's going to want to run around and do stuff. And we want to be at range, and Shadowheart can be at melee. It looks like I can bring her in up here and down those stairs. So I am going to have... Let's see if we can break the chains. Whoops, where are you going? Wyll, I want you to get within melee range of her. And Shadowheart. Okay, so we're all separated.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Shadowheart, you're going to go over here. The idea is if these guys try to move around too much, we'll get attacks of opportunity.
Let's get going.
And Inari, I want you to have some good line of sight ranged on people. I'm going to put you
These bears
over
have seen
here.
everything.
Let's march.
Okay, so now we're ready to go.
Can't afford to stay
Let's
out.
talk to him first.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't
Whoops.
let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
How did she get there? She's supposed to be outside. That's not good. That is not what I was doing. Let's try this again. She's hidden outside. How did she get involved in that cutscene? So if the cutscene automatically brings her in, that means I want to sneak her in to position. I want to sneak her all the way into her proper position once we are positioned. I think she can hide here while I'm setting this up.
I've got a long road ahead.
So,
Need to find a way forward.
so apparently Yeah, okay, so Inari, you're gonna run over here. I wonder if I just talk to him now, does she get pulled in?
Our scouts told us you'd come. The Devil's ally. Come to finish us, have you?
So how does he know we're with her? Okay, so the moment we talk with him, we're going to end up in combat. So we can't like talk with him and say, "Oh yes, we'll help you. Let's go get the devil," and then have her sneak in and jump, and suddenly we'll be, attacking him when he's focused on her. So that plan is out the window. So she's hidden. Let's get everybody else in place. So
never a dull moment. What path lies before me?
What's next? I must keep going.
Now, if I were these guys, I'd be wondering why these very well-armed people are taking up positions. I'm going to put Shadowheart out here.
Where am I needed? Heading out.
So Wyll, I think I am going to go ahead and bind Pact Weapon. Because he is likely to be doing some melee stuff early on. So let's see, I have Inari over here, ready for ranged. I have Wyll and Shadowheart in melee.
Ready for some good news?
Now Karlach, I'm going to want to bring her in.
Sneak, sneak.
On the stairs. Let's see if I can seek her down. So now we're headed in for starting combat with Karlach coming down the ladder and Anders seeing her. Now to see how far I can get. So stealth, we have this red showing the view lines. He's looking the other way. That's good. I'm going to move Wyll.
Where am I needed?
Over here. And she's going to sneak up behind him. And I think I'm going to start off, prepare, and I don't need cleave. What I want is my biggest damage. So prepare. And I think reckless attack. No. Let's use Searing Smite. Now I have advantage.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
Okay, so how's our initiative looking? Yes, I do want to take an opportunity attack. Yes, I do want to use reckless attack. I do want to use Hellish Rebuke. Okay, so first priority is we want to get Anders down. We did a good job on getting started with that. Now Wyll, his main talent attack is going to do 4 to 11 damage. And Evocation still does 1d10 plus his Charisma, which is I don't have it memorized. Okay, so Will's got a 17 charisma, so that's good. So he's got main hand attack, flourish, weakening strike. I could use a piercing strike. Okay, well, this guy apparently has a lot of stuff going on. But Wyll and Inari can swap off because they're at the same place. I am going to reapply Hex on him. Oh, come on. Ah! User interface. Fuck. No, I will not tolerate user interface fuckery. Yeah, I know. I should be looking at every little detail on screen and noticing it shows a bow shot there. But come on. Let's try this again. So she's hidden. Get
no one back home will ever believe this. Swift as my feet can carry me.
My faith will guide me.
Same setup as before. I may be pulling up saves for user interface stuff, but I will not change plans.
Defender of the people. Heading out.
Okay, so all three of us are in place.
What's cooking?
Now Karlak needs to stealth up. Wait, can I come in the main door? If I open it, he probably will notice. So I'll just wait for her to go back in. I wonder if I could just attack her.
Long and low.
Oh, okay. Taking her out early might have been a good thing, but it probably would have brought everybody out. Now, if I were going to be free about reloading the save, trying new combat ideas, I don't think I'm at the point where I'm doing that yet. Anyway, for now, I'm just using the saves to make sure I'm doing the right thing in the user interface. So we started this with a prepare, which increases my damage. We're going to repeat the prepare, and we're going to use Legacy of Avernus.
Pigs a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Okay, we are now in combat. She does the same thing she did before. So I am now hunter's marked, and she has taken some damage. Good. Now, just to check this, Tyrion used Arrow of Lightning. Let's scroll back. So Kalak did Searing Smite. Which was 1d12 plus 3 plus 2d6. And sets him on fire, so for the next 10 turns he's got fire going. Tyrion used Arrow of Lightning on Inari. All these things were hit, so apparently Arrow of Lightning would have done damage to my friends if they'd been around me. I used Hellish Rebuke. So Inari lost Darkwind's Blessing. That was eaten up. And I broke Concert. Oh, I no longer have my Hex active. Son of a gun. And we didn't take a rest before this, so we were still... Oh. We need to go into this fight fresh. Yes. Yeah, I need to go in with full slots into this one. Silly of me. Silly, silly, silly. So I'm going to take their suggestion and I'm going to go ahead and take the long rest. And in fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring everybody else out here.
Quiet. Are we really going to hunt a devil on their behalf?
We slay Karlach, and we save these souls from eternal damnation. Justice will be served.
Who said that? So that's the text that I think that sounds like that's the text where if you talk to them and agree to help them. So we're going to go long rest. We're going to get everything back.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Ah, that's right. That's this thing.
Wyll, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Handler's the word, if it's all the same. My pup here's been unruly. And his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlach meets the criteria, pet.
Trust me on this. The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Okay. So, what just happened? She wants to talk.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Wyll hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. Wouldn't be courage without the risk, would it? I'll figure out a way to make it up to him. What are heroes like? Swords? Shields? Shiny things?
Okay.
Don't waste a step.
So it sounds like having both of those in the party together will not be a problem. And now we need to figure out what's going on with Wyll. Oh, Wyll.
Am I needed?
First of all, let's look at your character sheet. So he's still a warlock, still enthralled to the fiend. Agonizing Blast, Darkness Blessing, Devil's Sight. Still has his human versatility. Still Pact of the Blade, good. Persuasion, Intimidation. Still would make a good party face backup if he needs it. Padded armor. Let's see, armor, light armor and shield. So he needs to stay in light armor. Spellbook. Blade Ward, Eldritch Blast, Pact of the Blade, Bind Weapon, Hex still there. Okay. We're still doing good.
No one stopped me yet. Just thought of something.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings. I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word. Well met.
Okay, so we're all set. We do need to take that long rest.
Keep going.
And I do need to take a break from recording. So the plan is when we come back to finish up the stuff with the Paladin, now that we've resolved what's going on with the Warlock. And it sounds like Karlach and Wyll are going to get along just fine. So yay, both of those in the party, plus Shadowheart, plus me. I think we've got a good party going forward. So, that said, let's make sure there's no consequences to this full rest before we cut the recording. So we just got a achievement. Take 4 full long rests in a single playthrough. They expect that some people will actually do a full playthrough with less than 4 full long rests. Yeah. Interesting that the Steam overlay came up in my recording. I hope that doesn't cause any heartache to anybody. We'll have to remember that. Okay, so anybody looking at this now knows my identity on Steam and knows some of my friends. I may cut that last part out. Yeah. Anyway, the long rest is over. And we're done. So I'm going to cut the recording here.